Meeting face-to-face with your prospects and buyers when exhibiting at smaller meetings, conferences, or trade shows is a powerful way to get leads and increase your sales. Welcome to Fordify, where we help you fortify your business. Now, each week, we pick a random topic chosen by the Fordify button. So let's see what this week's episode is going to be about. Taking advantage of trade shows. Because trade shows can be so critical for your business, I'm going to break this episode down into 2 episodes. In this first episode, we're going to look at the opportunities and planning to exhibit. And then in next week's episode, we'll go deeper into making the most of your exhibiting and trade show experience. Why are trade shows really so important? What's the purpose? Well, there are amazing opportunities to connect with new prospects and buyers, to strengthen relationships, to stay top of mind, to work with current customers, to stay up to date on trends, to research and gain the needs and feedback for your products and services. When I started my sporting goods business, I exhibited at several trade shows each year, both consumer and industry trade shows. I promoted an outdoor bicycle rack at races with a vendor tent and a small table and a banner, all the way up to large 40 by 40 foot island booths. Now, the investments per show would range anywhere from a few $100s, like the chamber event, all the way to thousands of dollars for those large trade shows. Exhibiting your business in these face-to-face situations can be an excellent way to fast-track leads and get sales and really build those personal connections. So now that you know the importance and a few benefits of trade shows, let's look at what you can actually do to find and choose a trade show. Now, you can start to find trade shows by identifying the opportunities in your local area. Start there first, and then your industry, and then maybe you want to exhibit at global events, if applicable. Now, depending upon your business model, whether you're retail or wholesale, those options are really going to vary. Now, if you're just promoting locally, identify groups that have meetings with the people that you really want to reach. For example, local chambers, they have all kinds of opportunities for you to exhibit at their mixers and their events. What about local chapters of national associations or conventions or home and consumer shows? Now, a good way is to contact your local visitor and convention bureau and ask them for their calendar of events, and that'll show you what's going on for the year and find a show that might be applicable to you. If your business is B2B, when you're selling, say, through wholesale, a distributor, or a dealer network, then you need to identify opportunities to exhibit through your industry publications, national associations, and through online searches. Now that you know how to find some trade shows, how do you choose the right ones for you? Well, first you need to do some research. The more you know about the event, the better. But if nothing else, you need to know about the event's attendance, the intended audience, the number of exhibitors, the cost to attend, the event schedule, and any potential booth restrictions. Here are some ways to find out that information. Research the show online. Contact previous exhibitors and ask them about the experience that they had, or speak with the show's organizer or their sales team to see if it's really a good fit. Be careful. If it's a new show, don't assume they're going to get the expected attendance. I've exhibited at countless trade shows where the real traffic was only the other exhibitors walking around the show floor because the attendance was so poor. Complete your initial research and narrow it down to a few events. Then take these 4 questions and apply them to each event. Number 1, what does it cost you to reach a lead? Now, this would be the total cost of exhibiting, your travel, your show expenses, everything, the booth, the signage, the materials, the swag, the labor, all of your expenses. What does it really cost you? Number 2, what's your conversion percentage? For example, if there are 1,000 people attending the show and you leave with 100 leads, then your conversion rate would be 10%. Number 3, how much do you make on the first sale to one of those leads? If you sell 10 out of those 100 leads and each lead's worth $1,000, then you initially earned $10,000 from that show. And finally, number 4, what's the long-term value of the new customers or clients? Now, this is the most important question you really want to ask. Now, it may be an estimate, but it's really important for the process. The next step is to create an action plan to set yourself up for trade show success. Here's what I consider to be the 6 essential components to create that action plan. Number 1, why do you want to attend? Are you trying to get leads, build connections, get feedback on your products or services, create joint ventures, take orders, or sell directly at the show? Number 2, what are you taking and how will it get there? You know, the logistics. Are you going to rent a trade show booth or maybe bring your own custom trade show display? Then you have to think about the brochures or flyers and business cards, the giveaways, and then are you going to drive those materials to the event or are you going to ship them? And if you're going to pre-ship them, are you prepared for the drayage and hotel costs to deliver those boxes to your booth? That can be really expensive. Number 3, who's going to staff your booth? Shows aren't the time to reward employees. It's time for business. Only staff your booth with energetic and enthusiastic staff members that understand that their primary focus is there to build relationships, ask questions to uncover needs, capture leads, and of course sell. It's not playtime where they just sit behind the table and hand out worthless pens or crappy giveaways with your logo on it. Number 4, how are you going to get traffic to your booth? You know, you're only going to be one of many booths at that show. You have a lot of competition. So are you going to use direct mail and email prior to the event? Are you going to post promotions on your website or on social media to have them visit you at the trade show booth? What's your strategy to really let people know about that you're going to be exhibiting at the event and why should they visit you? Number 5, what promotions are you going to offer? Now there are pre and post event promotions as well as at event promotions. Your plan needs to include the entire life cycle of before, during, and after. Number 6, what's the follow-up strategy going to be? Now you've spent a lot of time, money, and energy to go to the show. Don't sabotage yourself. Make sure you have a plan for following up on those leads when they're hot. So trade shows can be an effective form of business development because they cover marketing, sales, customer service, research, networking, publicity opportunities, and keeping you top of mind awareness. And you never know who you're going to meet at these trade shows. Now I met Richard Thalheimer of Sharper Image at a trade show way back in 1991. He purchased thousands of dollars worth of my unique bicycle storage systems. And those systems were sold in stores all over the country. And being in Sharper Image helped me get into other stores like mass merchants like Target and Walmart, selling millions and millions of dollars of product. And that started all from exhibiting at that one trade show, making that connection, building that relationship, and then it grew into a huge business. In next week's episode, we're going to explore my top secrets for ensuring that you get top quality leads to your booth and how you can increase your conversion rates. Now I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Fordify. If so, give it a thumbs up and share this video with your sales and marketing team. Like what you see, subscribe to be notified of upcoming episodes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Fordify, where we help you fortify your business. I didn't skip anything. I read everything and I added something you didn't put. I know what I'm doing here. Hey, I'll read it verbatim. Verbatim. Here we go. Verbatim reading. Ready? Here we go. Well, I'm reading, but that's not English. Read, talk, speak.